I really, truly believe that the people at the top end of the football club are now thinking that we are going to finish in the Champions League positions and are preparing for that next season. Now, the reason I say that is because everything is riding on a wave right now. And we know that, bad things can happen in football. It can be taken from you very, very quickly. But the way we're playing at the minute and the running that we've got, we have to be confident of finishing in the top 5. I certainly am. I'm really confident that we finish top 5. For me, it's all about where we finish in the top 5. It's not all about, can we get in? It's like, whereabouts in that top 5 are we going to finish? Because if we beat Palace tomorrow night, we know that takes us to 3rd and only 4 points behind Arsenal. Now, Arsenal were runaways in 2nd place not long ago. We have just quietly gone on about our business really, really well. Many people said when the takeover happened that Newcastle United, they'll spend billions, they'll do this. We haven't done it that way. We've done it through merit. You look at what we've spent. Yeah, we spent a few million quid on certain players, but we haven't been able to spend what the PIF want to spend and what they're capable of spending. We haven't been able to do that ever since the takeover. What we've done at this football club is, and certainly Eddie has to take a huge amount of praise for this and the people above him, is we've built slowly. The progress has been slow, but it's been steady. And now we're in a position where teams are really looking over their shoulders thinking, do you know what? Newcastle United are now battling the elite teams for players. Now, in my earlier live show today, spoke about Antonio Cordero from Malaga, the winger, 18-year-old Wonderkid. He's turned down Barcelona and Real Madrid to join us because he sees where this club is heading and he wants to be part of that. That's an incredible, incredible achievement for us. Yet there is still people out there who want to shout it down and say, he's only signing for you because he won't get in the first team at Real Madrid or Barcelona. What a load of nonsense that is, by the way. And I'll tell you why. Because there was a time gone by that Newcastle United used to be linked to all sorts of players. And they were always in with, Arsenal, etc. Since the takeover, big sides, elite teams in not just the Premier League, but in Europe. But now, when I'm reading the reports about certain players, it's saying at the end, but Newcastle United is the player's preferred destination. Now, that has never happened. That has never happened. We've been linked with players, thousands of players. But when you look at these journalists, who are well-respected journalists, putting our name as a preferred destination, that is just a sign of how far we've come. Now, you take Cordero, which has Paul Mitchell written all over it. It's a brilliant, brilliant signing, right? This kid was wanted by Barca, was wanted by Real Madrid. They have scouted him as well. Now, when you get clubs of that stature, two of the biggest clubs in world football wanting a player, but he chooses us, that is now where we are as a stature of a football club. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we're as big as Real Madrid and Barcelona. Far from it. We got a long way to go before we're anything like that. But I'm talking about the stature now of the football club. The name of Newcastle United around world football is there, and it's at the top table, whether people like it or not. There's so much saltiness whenever we do something successful. We win a cup. There's saltiness. Oh, it's only a tin pot cup. No, it's not. Any team would love to win a cup, and the fact that we haven't won a domestic one for 70 years makes it even sweeter for us. But then we sign Cordero, and people are saying, he's only signed for you because you'll not get first team action anywhere else. We're not talking about him being a first teamer straight away. At least I don't think we are. Eddie will have a good look at him in the summer, but the likelihood is we loan him back to Malaga, or we loan him out, or he improves in the academy. Whatever we want to do with him, we will do. But he has chosen us because of the direction that the football club is going in. And you get people saying, don't get carried away. Why the hell should we not get carried away as Newcastle United fans? When we've had years of misery under Mike Ashley, and it's been a very, slow progressive start since the takeover, and now we're starting to see the results of that build. We're starting to see success and starting to see really good players want to come to us. And all this nonsense about, Isak will want away, Bruno will want away, all of this. They won't want away because they know the players that we can achieve. we can get. They will know that if we get in the Champions League this season, the players that will want to come. Because I tell you now, players talk to each other. So if there's links with certain players to Newcastle United, and they talk to players that are already here, what's the manager like? What are the fans like? What is the area like? They're going to want to play for Newcastle United. We're not just this dark city in the northeast of England that has a dark cloud over it. The sun is shining, beating down on us right now. Newcastle United riding the crest of a wave. Get me that surfboard. Because I can't surf for Nelly. But I tell you something, I want to ride this wave with the football club. And we've been so many times on this channel accused of being negative and not wanting good things for the football club. No, what we've been is very truthful, very honest, and wearing our hearts on our sleeves. If it's poor, we'll say it's poor. If it's great, we'll say it's great. But you will, for some reason, when we're positive, you still get the people being salty and try and knock you down. I suppose we've got to get used to that, because that'll happen the more Newcastle United, the more successful we get going forward. That is always going to happen. We'll always get this saltiness. But it's where we are, the stature of the football club, that I think should very much excite Newcastle United fans now. The reports this morning are talking about Hyson at Bournemouth and Buemo at Brentford, and they all the reports state their preferred destination is now Newcastle, because they want to be part of something special. And they've seen the reaction to winning the cup. They've seen what the fans are like. You know, they've seen us just trounce Manchester United 4-1. Why would anyone want to go to Manchester United right now? That's not me speaking because I hate Manchester United. That's me as an honest football fan. What is so appealing about Manchester United right now? Absolutely nothing. They might not even get in the Champions League. They have to win the Europa League to get into the Champions League. And if they miss out on that, then their season has just been completely buggered, and they will struggle, because financially, missing out on the Champions League for Manchester United is massive. But for me, like I said, it's all about where we finish in the top 5. Can we finish second or third in the league? I believe we can. Why not? We've got the players that can do it. We've got some difficult games in these final 7 games, but we've proved many times that we can beat the top teams. Because we are one, whether people like it or not. And this is why I wanted to do this video, just to put across there that we should be excited as Newcastle fans right now. We really should. And it's ludicrous to think that we shouldn't be. And I'm not getting carried away saying, oh, we're going to win the league, we're going to win the Champions League next season, all of this stuff. What I'm saying is we should, as fans, be really looking forward to what we're going to do in the summer. Because for me, this Cordero signing is just the start. It's just the start of what Paul Mitchell can do. And Paul Mitchell, I have a feeling, really wants to prove to a lot of people what he is capable of and why Newcastle appointed him. Because we haven't seen anything happen yet with the quiet windows that we've had. But you bet your bottom dollar, this summer is going to be huge for Newcastle. There's going to be really big names. Cordero's not the elite signing. Of course he's not. But it just proves where the stature of Newcastle United is right now in the world of football. We are growing. People are looking over their shoulders, worried about us. And it's fantastic. And sod the saltiness. Let's just look forward to what this club can now start to achieve. We've ended the hoodoo of 70 years domestically. Let's go out there, keep the trophies coming in, but more so, keep the elite players coming through the door. Because I think things are about to get very, very good for this football club. I don't know if you agree with me or not. I'm just in that place where I'm looking through these reports this morning and I'm seeing well-renowned journalists putting Newcastle is their preferred destination, etc., etc. Big names linked with the football club and wanting to come to Newcastle over some other clubs. Now, look, I'm not saying that they're going to come. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But when you start reading that and you see the positivity that's kicking around this football club right now, you have to be excited as a fan. And it's not, being excited is not getting carried away. It's just looking forward to what might be. That we have a huge opportunity here. And finishing in the Champions League will just round off a brilliant, brilliant season. But let me know in the comments where you are at the moment as a fan. Are you starting to feel that maybe the tide is turning, that the media are now looking at Newcastle in a very different way, have maybe realised now, certainly with the addition of Cordero this morning, that people's ears have been pricked up and saying, well, hang on, we've got to go against Newcastle United to bring these players in. It's not going to be easy convincing somebody not to go to Newcastle United. Let me know in the comments below. But thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, of course, give it a thumbs up. It is really important to the channel that we keep the likes coming in because it pushes the channel out in the search results for more fans like yourselves to find the channel and hopefully subscribe in the future. If you are new and you like what you see, please do hit the subscribe button. It is free to do so. And make sure you hit the bell so you never miss a notification for an upload or a live show in the future. But thank you very much for watching. We'll see you very soon. Take care.